What's happening with a dude though? Today's word is acceptance. Or acceptance. We're gonna get to that though. So I want to talk to my black people first. We gotta stop using certain words like nappy, like your hair nappy. Just I say curly or extra curly. That word, fucking even hood black people, you gotta accept this is a white man's world. You gotta accept that shit. And I'm not talking about these motherfuckers that's work amongst us. They pawns too, you know. A lot of them just don't know though. So you really can't blame them. They think they high and mighty, but the elites feeding them the same bullshit. They got the same shit we get. You know, cops be smoking them. They claim there's a statistic that says that they smoke more white folks than they do black dudes, you know, a year or some shit. Whether it's true or not, they still get smoked. And, you know, they still gotta go to work all day like us. Some people do know and they just ignorant or whatever, you know. If they don't, you know, you put them in their place. You gotta accept that. Accept that it's a white man's world. You feel me? And even with white folks, they gotta accept that shit. We the greatest people that ever walked this earth. I mean, it's just facts. Like, they always want to deny, like, the Egyptians wasn't black folks or Africans, whatever you want to call it. And you can tell, like, how these things that are meant for life, like the sun, actually harms them. I mean, I think that just tells you right there, like, we had to been them, we them ones. The Egyptian pictures on the wall, they black. It's obvious. Ain't nobody, come on, bro. Like, all of them, Asians, they come from us. Anyway, we ain't gonna get to that, but all I'm gonna say is y'all gotta accept these things. Accept that Jesus wasn't black, and why all y'all try to talk about why color got something to do with it. But up until motherfuckers was clueless, it had everything to do with it. And now we see what's happening. We see the truth. You can't be mad at that. Accept that. But even with that, neither side should ever have any animosity because we going through the same shit. Like, if we help each other, we gonna get a lot farther. It gets slimy, you know. Everybody need help once in a while. You feel me? This world is really built on keeping people under. It was built on evil, you know. And it's up to really us civilians. The civilians walking amongst each other, acting like we just up and almighty. Like, come on, man. This shit about bloodlines. If you ain't born in that shit up there, they don't give a fuck if you live or die, nigga. They don't give a damn. But if you make it high enough for them to hear you, they gonna press you. You feel me? So it's like, come on, bro. Like, there's too many of us for an oppressors, though. I think we outnumber them. Like, if we working together, I think we outnumber the higher ups. I do. Because it's a family thing. We're just talking about probably like a good 15 to 20, I'm guessing. I don't know. 15 families. Yeah, shit, I got 15 families just in two to four plexes over here. you know how it be. You know how it be, man. Acceptance is the key, man. You gotta accept everything. Like, accept the truth. That's already happened. It is what it is, you feel me? Like, even like black folks, the slavery shit, I know, like, a lot of people gonna say it ain't shit, but when it's brought up, you feel a way still. If it don't bother you like that, it's still in the back of your head, like, why the fuck they ain't do this? Why the fuck they ain't do that? You know, like, how y'all just let this happen? A very important thing is missing out of this story. It's out there, but motherfuckers don't really acknowledge it, because motherfuckers just be trying to be ignorant about shit. But most of these damn places was plagued off. Most of our people was plagued. Like, they bring over all these diseases and shit. They was plaguing off shit. They damn near plagued themselves off. But that's what I'm saying, that happened. And once the numbers got down to 90 of them and 10 of us, like, they smothered shit after that. And they did it viciously. And they took a lot of kids, moved them clear across the country, stripped them of everything they knew, and made them work. Like, I remember watching a story, some lady back in the day, late 1800s, early 1900s. And she said she been working in the field since she was 7. And she was 27 with 3 kids. Her son was like a little ass man. She was the oldest. And they went all back to back. He was like 9. Then the girl was 8. The other girl was 7. And then he took care of him. He made them breakfast. Because she in the field. Mom in the field. She getting bread. And then I can't remember how much she was getting paid. But it was like super brazy low. Like, god damn. But yeah, the little dude was a man. He was taking care of shit. You feel me? and he was older than what she was when she started the field. So she out there going hard. Like, when I think about shit like that, that's type of shit that pissed me off. I won't even lie, because it's just like, damn, like all these lives that was wasted, you know. And I think too, another thing that irks me is black people. We always got compassion towards other motherfuckers, like other races, like super compassion, but you don't really got that towards your own people. That's the wildest shit to me. But these other people, they got more compassion for them than they do us. Like that, and they show it every day on YouTube. I'm gonna bring this up. So every time I see a down, I say that a black dude is getting robbed, and somehow he maneuver his way up out of it and save himself. People gonna be like, oh, that's where he deserved. These niggas always doing this and doing that. And there's a lot of white people saying this shit. And there's a lot of niggas saying this shit. A lot of black folks saying this shit. But then you scroll to the next video, it'd be the exact same scenario with some white folks or some Mexicans. Oh, he did what he was supposed to do. He's a legend. Da 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 da. Like, this some whole ass shit to me. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like if they ain't fucking with you, stop fucking with them. And right now, I feel like black folks, we got all the power. Like, if we was to unite, it'd be crazy out here. They wouldn't know what to do. You know what I mean? We could take this shit back. We gotta stop living so like we gotta put them old ways back up in us. Cause at 18, just in the 70s and the 80s, at 18 in them age groups, the men were different. They were different. They carried themselves like men. They were actually taking care of their people, speaking a good message, all that shit. Like, they would stand up dudes for sure. But by 18, you got some skinny ass 18-year-old dude that, you know, pants sagging to his knees. Like, that shit's whack as hell. Like, these niggas was looking like men at 18. They was on their shit. It was different. We gotta get back into our ancestors' ways. We gotta start growing our own shit. Our health is the biggest issue, I think, right now. That's the biggest issue. I seen a chick at the pool. She was pretty as hell too, Mexican lady. I looked down at her ankles, and they were swollen. I'm like, God damn, that's probably got to do with something she eating or drinking. You know what I mean? I'm not talking just alcohol or something, like even water could have your shit swelling. I think even going back to making our own shit, like, you really ain't even got to. I think it's Alibaba or some shit like that. You can order the same pants the same pants that all these main corporations out here be ordering, where they order from, and put your own designs on there. And it's for dirt cheap. So you ain't really got to go all the way back to the sewing new clothes. A good attribute. I think it's a good attribute to have. But I get it. I took sewing class 7th and 8th grade year. And I chose this class. These were alternate classes you can choose. And I chose the class every year. Not just because the chicks, because it was all chicks in there too. All chicks. I think there was me and like maybe one other dude. But I know the other dude, he wasn't there. I don't know, he might have been there for the chicks, but I had all the chicks. I was talking to all the chicks, you know? But anyway, I took it, and I was good at it. I ain't did it since then, but I know it wouldn't be too much harder to learn. I can kind of remember certain shit. My lines used to be straight as a motherfucker. She used to always tell me that. But I'm a precise type of person, though. I'm very precise with everything I do. I think, yeah, acceptance. We gotta accept it, that, you know, our past. Like how all the hostility goes towards white people. I don't know why y'all don't talk about the natives. Like, they did. I would probably say they were a little more slimier than them, just because they did some betrayal ass shit. Like, and they still ended up getting fucked over. They still ended up poisoning them and killing their ass. You know, it's like, yeah, this world bit off evil. We gotta accept this shit. We gotta accept this shit and move forward. Because if we keep talking about the past, we ain't gonna get nowhere. Like, this group of people on Earth gotta be like the dumbest people that's ever been on the planet. I feel like we so worried about the dumbest shit.